Hello, hello, folks. Welcome to the Q&A. Hello, Dr. Green, Duquetazos, ¿cómo estamos? Big Sam, thank you much. No, Devil is blocked and banned. Everyone that's spamming here is blocked and banned, so everything is fine. Oh, I have an echo here. So now it's fine. K Crypto, hi bro, big love mate. Deviance, yeah, let's go dump it. Not yet, not yet. It will take a little bit. Hi Dan, hi Avshalos, Ciapat82, buenas tardes. Well, I would say it's 9 p.m. Let us start with the Q&A. So that's the concept behind it. I just provide the analysis. Of course, you have to watch the analysis before and then make questions. It's your turn now. I'm alone. Muggle is not on air today, so he can't send me and provide the questions. I have to do that. No problem. So, hi Luis. Let's go. If you have any questions, doesn't matter what kind, it's time to do it. So I'm checking right now, just for those watching on Twitch. I'm sorry, I can't control all three screens. So the better way to place your questions is on YouTube or Discord. Just for those who are watching. I was very surprised they are some watching on Twitch. No questions? Come on, guys. Really not? Not even one? Okay. Then it's my turn, I guess. Then let us check just what's happening. Well, I mean, the World Ratio 30 days moving average will show us the next progress tomorrow, not today. We can see that, well, these guys are doing the same all the time. That's why I'm not trading this weekend, because it was almost, I mean, we are still trading like mentioned today, and that really, really tiny trade range. It's almost $3,000 difference. Whoa. Ah, okay. Haha, yes. Do you also think short-term trend is up? Long-term, yes. Short-term, not. At least we need to see. I mean, what's the trend and what does you mean with up? Is possible to go to 24, 25K? Yes. Is it possible to get to 30K? No. In my opinion, it's not going to happen. And in my opinion, even the current discussions about the monetary policy, what's happening at the moment, taking into account that the inflation keeps rising and so on and so forth, they will suck and take out even more capital from the markets. But I think we will see in the next month, in my opinion, to the end of the year, something very bullish. It doesn't matter if the Fed is going to raise more the interest rates or whatever. The market works at the moment. I mean, just to have in mind, these markets are filled with trillions of cheap money. To take out this money takes time. So if they want to exit, it's not going to happen in 1 month. Also, not in 1 year. So that's a process. It's not going to happen in 1 day, just to make clear. It's a process. I think, in my opinion, they are not accumulating. At least those entities where I think they are the key entities for this market are not accumulating. I have mentioned once, if we go up without an accumulation, it's worst case. It's confirmed they want to exit. Doesn't matter. They push up, they trigger just a rally to 24, 25 to distribute their way up, and the top they will distribute even more, and then push down again. But you know, my theory is they are not selling just because they want only to exit, but it's it looks very like they are following a strategy. And I'm not sure what the strategy is. I don't know if the strategy is to kill some stable coins, if it's to kill miners. I really don't know. But of course, I mean, also in that way, I have tweeted about that today. We are receiving a lot of food um, news related to miners, for example. And we also know the European Commission has mentioned several times, even the European regulators, that just due their green agenda, and the green agenda is not purely from Europe. Um, you remember that we had Democrats in the US 10 years ago promoting the green agenda. So we know where the green agenda is coming from. And if European politicians are telling us the green agenda will ban Bitcoin mining because it's not good for the environment, whatever. I mean, I don't want to discuss about that, but because I think we all know maybe it doesn't have anything with realism and sense to yeah. I was switching now to German. It doesn't have anything to do with really realistic what's happening in the world. But if the European are going to ban Bitcoin mining in the future in the next years, in my opinion, the US will do exactly the same. So we will see. Also to El Salvador, it's not looking very well at the moment. So everything is indicating that IMF and governments want to push against Bitcoin. Even they are not using the aggressive rhetoric about that. Not yet. So let me check what's happening here. So to make clear, I'm long-term crypto bullish. I was, otherwise I wouldn't spend a lot of time with that. But I think dark days will be front of us. And that's maybe just the beginning. Not just about the economical situation and the geopolitical one, but also because crypto could be a threat for CBDCs, for example. So, Evshalos, it looks like it's going to be a fake out. Well, as mentioned, we did several times. We did 21,900 almost. We did before, that was actually our automatic rally 21.7. Last time we did a peak here of 22.5. In my opinion, we will do something at 22K. And then we need to see how the markets react. In my opinion, the Bitcoin market doesn't look very, very strong. So I can imagine we will maintain a 22K. lift up a little bit, then down again, like they are doing all the time. And it happened 3 times, and it worked very, very well. Every time when we were hitting 22K, the community, many of them flipped to bullish. What happened? We accumulated longs, then we dumped. So we need to see what's going to happen. The interesting fact is that it doesn't work when we go down. So we are not accumulating shorts, for example, when we are dumping. It's very interesting. Only when we go up again, shorts are rising. It's really funny. But however, so we need to see what's going to happen next. Flow activity was looking not really big in the last few weeks. So we need to be very careful. But as mentioned today, and if we check the market maker entities, it absolutely doesn't look good. Absolutely not. If we compare that with last year, for example, and these guys have the best timing and trade behavior, they are not done. They are absolutely not done. They are, I would say, partly the main drivers of the fake rallies we had in the past, but they are not accumulating, at least not yet. And that's something I really don't know what they are doing. I'm not expecting the next bull run above of 25K until the end of the year, to be honest. So let me check. Could you explain a little bit the switch between the number of address from entities? Yes, Luis. Look, the number of entities, well, let us go directly to them. We have here the distribution of bitcoins to different entities. So we see, for example, the market maker entity, I like to say the market maker entity, you know that, have 5,010,000 bitcoins at the moment. So all wallets together between 1,000 to 10,000 bitcoins have a total balance of 5,010,000. So it's declining. That's fine. But it doesn't tell us how many wallets we have. Because even the wallet count can change. For example, I have at the moment 1,200 bitcoins in my wallet. So I should appear as a market maker entity. If I start to sell my bitcoins, for example 400, then I have 800 bitcoins in my wallet, and I will disappear from this market maker entity and shift to another one. What is the next one? The next one will be the 100 to 1000 bitcoins. So the key here is also to check if, for example, if we check here, that's the entities related to the market makers. And we have here right now 2071 wallets related to 1,000 to 10,000 bitcoins. If we see these wallets, the balances, so the count of wallets related to entities is declining, it should appear in a different entity. That could be 10,000 to 100,000. That means they bought more. They didn't sell. They bought just more. Or they sold. Then the entities, the wallet count for wallets with 100 to 1,000 Bitcoin should rise. That's the only key. So we don't have one indicator that covers all that. That would be, I'm really thinking on it because I'm talking with G Data. They are offering and providing data, on-chain data, services like CryptoQuant, CoinGlass. I was talking with the CEO, and I have some indicators in mind that could be very useful. Because that's mainly raw material, raw data, but you can bring them to a way that shows you much better what's going on. If you see, for example, that um, the counts of entities are shifting even more to entities with 100 to 1000 bitcoins, you know they are selling. That's a confirmation. Okay? So that's the whole idea behind. I hope that was it. Yeah, answers your question. Ion, dear Inspo, I have sent you a DM on Twitter. Bro, I'm receiving a lot of DMs on Twitter. A lot. But just to be honest to you, I don't know. I have maybe 80 or 90 there. I need to spend some days just checking them. A lot of spam always. So, better on Discord, to be honest, than on Twitter. Because I'm receiving a lot of spam as well. A lot of chiller services, exchanges that want to cooperate. Um, and, so don't be frustrated because of it. Dan, hi Inspo, you have the best content on your YouTube, bro. Thanks. Thank you a lot. I appreciate that. I know that you are focusing on BTC, but tell me your opinion on Merge ETH. Do you think when BTC has a sideways trend, it will start pumping? Well, ETH had a front run already. Let me check, but that was actually what I was actually. That's Binance, yeah. I really don't check ETH that much because I'm not trading it. Well, look that. I mean, isn't that's crazy, isn't it? They did 1,421. Um, so yeah, that's another part, and that's we can track that, but it's not easy to track them. It's the shift from Bitcoin to Ethereum. We know they have, like, for example, um, Binance, they offers BTC Ethereum pairs, for example. So if we see some big inflows in Bitcoin, doesn't mean they want to sell them. Maybe just convert in Ethereum. If the whole green agenda will ban mining issue is something that we need to take seriously, then that could maybe explain Ethereum's front run. But I mean, I'm I'm more bullish on Ethereum than on Bitcoin, to be honest. It's not about Bitcoin itself. It's just because a lot of things are happening behind the curtains with politicians in Europe, but not only in Europe. And it's more showing that they are fine with Ethereum, but not really fine with Bitcoin and Bitcoin related assets. BCH, for example, BSV, and so on and so forth. So, um, yeah. So it wouldn't surprise me. Last year I said, um, and it was too early, but it was a statement. You can take a look on Twitter if you search about that. I've said we will see a rotation from Bitcoin to Ethereum. That was close after I had to travel to Luxembourg, and they told me that I had a meeting in the European Investment Bank. Um, and I remember they told me they were planning to bring a project with the Ethereum blockchain. It surprised me. that, I mean, the European Investment Bank, it's public. It's actually a public institution, and it was wondering me that they were using a crypto blockchain for a product, for a platform. So it seems they are extremely okay with Ethereum, but even then they weren't speaking very or talking very bullish on Bitcoin at the same time. So, you know, in my opinion, I said last year that the Bitcoin dominance will stop at certain moment and Ethereum could take over. And I remember that many people love when some tweets appear, Ethereum could make 20,000, 50,000 in the future. I'm not going to say if it's possible or not. I mean, of course it's possible. It depends of the market and of course of the money. But if they are going to bring some laws. I mean, we know, for example, that Russia is going to ban crypto as a payment method. And I mean, what's the use case of Bitcoin if not a payment method? If Europe is going to follow it just because, of course, of mining ban and so on and so forth, what will happen with Bitcoin then? That's the big question. I'm sitting here and asking what would be the next alternative case for Bitcoin. I really don't know. So, what do you think about Binance Fan token, which are lifting and after BTC falling? I can't tell you that because I'm not following the Binance Fan token. I don't know if it's a correlation. I mean, maybe it's a pattern. Maybe they are taking, but I mean that huge. I don't know what's the market cap of Fan tokens, but if Bitcoin declines because of it, it has to be extremely big. So the first thing I would take a look is the Binance Fan token market capital, and as soon as Bitcoin declines, their reduction of market capital at Bitcoin. If that matches as well, then you have your answer. Luis, I mean, what you were discussing with IT Tech, yeah, that's what I mentioned. You can the thing is just to check an entity and to say they are selling, they are buying. It's not truth. Sometimes I'm doing it, but of course I have checked the gap or the shift of wallet counts before. You can't say. I mean, first of all, the discussion starts with entities with more than 10,000 bitcoins, because GData is also offering exactly the data. And I have asked him if he could just provide both charts for both entities, so with more than 10,000 bitcoins and those with I have classified as market makers, just to see if something changed, if we are excluding exchanges, because in my opinion, almost all wallets related to these entities, 10,000 to 100,000 bitcoins, are linked to exchanges. The GData CEO afterwards confirmed that. Yeah, they are mainly related, cold wallets and hot wallets for exchanges. So if that's the case, and we see, for example, those entities rising up in balances, if exchanges are getting more Bitcoin, just can have two reasons why that happens. First of all, whales are sending Bitcoins to their wallets, to exchange wallets, so to convert an Ethereum or whatever, or to sell. That's it. Or, and that's the second theory or way, is exchanges are actively buying Bitcoin. And we know Binance did that just 2 months ago, 40,000 Bitcoin. The last time we had a discussion about that, that was, you remember, the 100,000 Bitcoins. And she said, very arrogant, that the guy who just published this article saying that Binance bought again 100,000 Bitcoins, she said that, no, that's a deposit cold wallet, indicating, well, if CZ or Binance didn't buy this 100,000 Bitcoins, but they sent to a cold wallet to Binance related to their deposits, means a big whale sent 100,000 Bitcoins to them. That's it. So we have talked about that because many people are saying, look, they are accumulating wallets with more than 10,000 Bitcoins. The balances is rising huge. Yeah, but just check these wallets. We just have 91 wallets there. It's so easy just to check them. Check them and you will see almost 80% of them are completely linked to exchanges. So if the balance rise, you have to check those 90 wallets and see if you can find any relation to exchanges. If not, maybe it's a whale or not labeled yet. And if it's related to a wallet and an exchange, you know, it's a deposit. It's maybe to sell afterwards. That's it. So you can check that. You can check the wallet count and at the same time the balances, and then you can see, for example, if the reduction by balances, it's just because they sell, or if they both. If you have 1,000 to 10,000 Bitcoins in your wallet, and you count like a entity, but you buy 1,000 Bitcoins more, so you have 11,000 Bitcoins, what happens? Of course, you shift up to the next entity. That's what I told to IT Tech. It's not that easy. That's the only thing. And we don't have any indicator that is showing you that. You have to do that manually, and that's hard work, and you have to spend a lot of time with that. So by IT Tech, yeah, that was everything. So a little discussion between analysts, just, to give some input and so on and so forth. Ion, I have seen this pattern for some time. Please, if you have time to have a look, not really, to be honest. Fan tokens, market cap, I really don't know. I think on TradingView, maybe we can check that, but I'm really not sure about that. Set for, yeah, that's what I meant, like 23, 24 max, but it's possible. Everything is possible. Absolutely everything is possible. We can go to 23, 24. The problem at the moment in this market is we have less retailers playing here. The market is in few hands, and we have bulls and bears. That's it. So bulls are pumping right now Bitcoin up in the weekend, of course, and bears let them, but they trigger sell pressure then afterwards, like we are seeing. For example, they try to push the price again down. It's just everything is very controlled. Bears are like chilling and waiting, and when they push up a little bit the price, they push the price a little bit back again. And I think 22K is going to be very exciting to see what's going to happen. In the last 2 days, the option flows were indicating we can go up. But option flows, I wouldn't trade just based on option flows because they have an expiry. So they have 3 weeks, 4 weeks, sometimes even month time that the price go to the level they need. That's why I prefer, and for me the main indicator is when you have a trade that's big in premium. Okay, if you have an option trade with 2 million or at least 1 million in premium, and it's short term for the next 1 week, maybe 2 weeks. Then you know this guy is an insider. He has to know something. Maybe it's a minor, I don't know. But that's where then I would say, he knows something, and I could start to trade exactly that. It's not happening at the moment. It's absolutely not happening at the moment. So we have received a lot of option flows indicating sideways run, and even the bullish one was just indicating, yeah, like you said, 23, maximum 24, that's it. And the bearish one were indicating less than 18 to 16, and we have seen some even indicating lower than 16, so 15, for example. In my opinion, the bottom is not in, but we need to see. Nitish, do you think they gonna 22,500? Bro. Ask me if it's going to rain tomorrow in your hometown. I don't know. Yeah, it's possible, of course. I mean, we did that. In my opinion, that was a deviation. That was a bull trap. And we need to see. I mean, if I see the volume is rising and they push even more up against the bears, then maybe they will start to convince me that we can go above of the 22, maintain there, and even go higher to 23, 24. But that's something I'm not seeing at the moment. So 22,500, if the bears allow that, yeah, why not? It's possible. Absolus, thank you. One more question. What do you think about Coinbase shutting down their affiliate program? Oh, didn't know that. I didn't know that. Well, I think that, you know, the problem, what I see here in the crypto industry is the same problem we had with the dot-com bubble. A new generation of businessmen that wasn't mature, that, you know, they got money, a lot of money in short term, and they thought they are the kings. They start to waste money, just really to waste money. Not thinking that the economy could change, could be overheated, that the monetary policy could flip, for example. And that's exactly the same, or what happened to the dot-com bubble. Exactly the same. Young generation of business guys thinking, I can buy a Lamborghini today, tomorrow a Bentley, I can, you know, wear 5 Rolex and buy 5 houses and be the big king because my balls are growing every day. Yes, that works for a period of time. When the whole system starts to change and they see a disruption, it's too late. And that's what's happening. And that's why we are getting some problems in the industry right now, because that's exactly what's happening. And Coinbase is trying everything to, yeah, reduce their spendings. That's the main point, in my opinion. They thought they were prepared for the crypto winter. I remember last year the CFO indicating, oh, we sold bitcoins, we did a nice deal, $4 billion US, and we are done. No, I think they also in that case they thought the crypto winter could be something for 3 months and that's it. And they are right now noticing, okay, We need to make something, otherwise the ship is going to sink. Not saying Coinbase is going to sink, but you know. Hi, tech. IT tech, sorry. IT tech. Hi, bro. So next one, it's 49 minutes now. It was just a 30 minutes stream, so with listening to you on one speed while live. I don't know why, but if that's the case, I'm sorry. Luis, thanks for the explanation. I really would be nice to have an indicator that could tell if they are accumulating with smaller wallets to hide what they are doing. To be honest, some have the theory they are accumulating, even the big guys with 10,000 bitcoins, splitting in 100 bitcoin wallets. I don't see any sense on it. I really don't see any sense on it because they don't care about us. Absolutely not. Retailers are not doing anything here in that game. Absolutely not. That's a game of giants at the moment. So, Jabat, would you please tell something about your long-term spot backs? Last time you mentioned Atom, QNT, FSN, COTI, and anything else on your radar? Yeah, I know I have to spend some time making just to complete my list. I didn't yet, don't had the time, but those here, what you are mentioning, are still, um, you know, on the top of my list. Seller would be another one. It's similar to ANKR. HBAR. Oh, we have some really interesting. All ISO 222, for example, it's also, you should spend the time checking that because it's going to be the new standard for global payments. So, I mean, you know, we have a lot of really interesting projects, and that's why I'm bullish on crypto. I'm not bullish on crypto because crypto is the new revolution. No, I'm just bullish on crypto because I'm a businessman. I'm advising big companies. I know what problems they have. And I see in projects like COTI, like FSN, like QNT, like Atom, ANKR, and so on and so forth, the opportunity to, well, just to make their business more attractive and make more profit with that. Just making process more tiny, simple, and so on and so forth. So more adaptable, I think. I'm not sure if that's the English word. Adaptable. I'm not sure, but I hope you know what I mean. So it let them make their business more just to scale in a very easy way, and that's what I like on certain crypto projects. I don't care about I know many of you cares about, and that's fine for me, but I don't care about many other projects because we have almost 20,000 projects on CoinMarketCap, and many of them I don't see any use case for the industry and for the big business because the big business invest only in projects where they see a great opportunity for them long term. That's it. Oriodofe, thanks for your analysis. Easily the best out there. Thank you, mate. And do you think they are done with their preparation based on current exchange walls? Well, I was expecting that just because of the wage ratio 30 days moving average, but the wage ratio 30 days moving average had just again a little correction. We need to see what's going to happen next. If it keeps rising, and that would be wow. I mean, that didn't happen in the last years. If that's going to happen, it means something really huge is going to happen. I'm absolutely convinced that something huge is going to happen. It's not going to be bullish. Absolutely not. So exchange walls, we have, if we check Coinbase, FTX Spot, Binance Spot, we'll find a lot of orders waiting to the downside. And in the past, we trigger all of them. So I think we will trigger all of them as well. Omar, what's the biggest difference you see between now and what happened on July 21st? Really, completely everything. China ban, spot ETF rejection, economy situation, geopolitical one. Even when you hear, for example, Jeremy talking about inflation and the whole situation, even Lagarde, for example, you see their rhetoric. It's, you know, actually they know it's over. They know they can't do anything. It's just close your eyes, close your ears, and pray. That's what they are doing. Because it's a global situation. It doesn't depend on the Fed. It doesn't depend on the ECB. It's a global system that's not working as it should. And that's the main problem. So even the 21st of July, the rally that FTX triggered buying 55,000 Bitcoin, in my opinion, was just a big scam. I have mentioned that and showed in, I don't know, a few weeks ago in an analysis what they did. They just triggered one. They sold afterwards, making billions with that. I mean, make your research on my Twitter or on Twitter at Inspos Crypto FTX 50,000 Bitcoins from August. I did some analysis about that, and they were making a lot of money. The the bull run didn't start in July 21st. The bull run started later on. That was in September, finally September. The whole thing here was, in my opinion, just a big scam. And here they started then their right bull run. And well, afterwards we got another spot ETF rejection in December, then finally the general one, then that was over. With China ban and so on and so forth, because before we just had the China mining ban, but not the mainland China ban, so the general crypto ban. And China had a lot of capital here invested. Also something I have mentioned last year. Many were saying, we don't care about China. I said, well, you will care about China because Chinese are gamblers. They gamble with huge amount of money. They love futures. They love to spend really millions and gambling. And this money is gone. Many of them. We don't know how many of them are still using OTC, for example, because I know the OTC activity in China is still intact. Thoughts about QNT. Short term, be careful. Long term, accumulation. I have bought at 45. I'm still holding, but I will wait some more days, but then I think I will push the sell button because I'm still convinced it's not the bottom. The bottom is not in, so I think QNT will decline again to 40, maybe even a little bit lower, and then I can buy back. If I see it's not going to happen, well, then I miss maybe $20 or $15 per QNT, something. It's my risk then. Did the option flow in summer 2021 indicate a rally? To be honest, I don't know. I didn't check options in this summer 2021 rally. But guys, you need to understand that the situation now is completely different to summer 2021. You are still thinking that the environment it's the same. You are still thinking in patterns. Hey, what happened in 2018 can happen right now again. Forget that. The whole situation is changing. Even if we can go up, we are not going to make 70 in 2022. Only, as mentioned today in my stream in the beginning, only if we see some really bullish news. One bullish news could be the end of the war in Ukraine, for example. That could be something where the markets say, wow, that's bullish. That could be maybe the end of all our problems. It's not going to be the end of all our problems because the Ukraine war is not the big problem we have. The big problem we have is that the markets were absolutely overheated. We spent trillions and trillions and trillions of cheap money pumping the markets from one all-time high to the other one. That's the big problem. You can't go only up. It's not possible. That's not going to work. And that's the problem. The disruption because of Ukraine and Russia war triggered something. That's right. And we have now a huge a huge issue with geopolitics that, in my opinion, we will not solve in the next years. Absolutely not. I cannot imagine that the US and Russia is going to work together again in the next years. Also not the European Union with Russia. After that, here it's over, in my opinion. Even with China, it's going to be very tough. Not saying that we will crash and everything is down and we will all die. No, it's not about that. I just think that the whole situation have changed. Markets just the air what markets need to breathe is money, capital. Less capital, no bull runs. You can have rallies, you can have exit rallies, you can have bear market rallies. Everything is possible. No big bull runs. Forget this July 21st, and even that one was, in my opinion, a big scam. Check what FTX did July 21st on CryptoQuant checking their exchange Bitcoin reserves. And then everything is clear. They maintained these reserves just few weeks. Afterwards, they sold everything. To when, I don't know. But it was very, after we received, before the general spot ETF rejection, I don't know if that was ProShare, I don't know which application they rejected. I have said, since July, you can check, I don't remove any of my Twitter tweets. You can check that. I have said they will reject everything and then we will nuke. It happened because the spot ETF was the main bet of institutionals. That's a multi-billion business for them. They don't care about Bitcoin. They don't care even about Atom, QNT or whatever. They just care about the business. And that was a huge business for them. Well, a huge, but related to crypto, a huge one. And they are missing it now because ECC said, tether manipulation, we are not going to allow that. That's not good, at least not for crypto, but also not for tether. So let us start to close the session now. HBAR is a must-have. Yeah, Joker, I think so. I like HBAR, to be honest, and I see the use case. I like the team behind as well. Ion, dear Inspos, thanks for your explanations. What I mean to say is that there are some Binance-owned tokens like Lazio. Yeah, I know there's soccer, football. Yeah. Which are lifting 20 to 40%, and in few days BTC is falling 2 to 10%. As mentioned, if you want to figure out what's happening there, just check the market caps. I mean, if you see that money is going from, first of all, I don't see any sense to make that. I mean, maybe the market cap of Lazio, fan token, Porto, and so on and so forth, it's so easy to drive with less money, and maybe that explains that, and take just some 200 millions, for example, from BTC, push those 200 millions to phone tokens, fan tokens go up, sell the top, put the money again on BTC. It's possible, but if you want to check that, just make a comparison of their market caps. Then you will see that. And the last question, what do you think is gonna happen after Euro hit parity with USD? That's something very interesting. In my opinion, that's not the end. In my opinion, that's not going the end, and I think the euro will decline even more. The situation in Europe is looking um, very worse, in my opinion, more than the media is telling you. The German industry is looking terrible at the moment. We have a lot of factors where we don't know how it's going to end. Gas, energy in general. They are now talking about a new pipeline to Africa just to get gas and energy from Nigeria. To be honest, that's not going to happen in a few days. At the same time, we are using right now our reserves for the industry. And the industry is just saying if if we stop getting some gas, it's over. It's absolutely over. Germany is a country that makes its money with exports. What exports? The global economy is looking terrible at the moment. Even if the American and German trades are going to rise, that's fine, but it's not going to cover the problems we have with energy. And to buy US gas, it's not an alternative for the German industry. It's just too expensive. So, in my opinion, it's just not the end. The euro will take more hits in the future. So let me check Discord if we can see some questions there, but I don't see any. So in that case, just to give me some time to rest, I would say I would close the session. I think Bitcoin is close to go up again. That's what they are playing all the time, and that's why I don't want to trade this. At least in the week we have Wall Street, the algos just following SPY, and it gives me more the opportunity to make money. Weekends, it's really hardcore in my opinion. I mean, you can do some money with that. We know the trend is to go up, but we can go down again to 20,400 or something just to wreck the late longs and then push up hard back to 21,600 and so on and so forth. So be very careful, guys. That's it. Big love to you all. Be very careful trading. Try to enjoy the weekend, and we will see us Monday. I mean, you know me. If I see something, I will tweet about that. Let us make together just a little quick view. We have received 40 millions in stable coins, but that's nothing. 300 bitcoins, that's nothing. Funding rate declined, lifted up. Leverage ratio is lifting up. Open interest, no big activity here. Even OTC, it seems very flat. Loans are coming back. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, you see we have right now 56 to 44 in favor of shorts. That's what I said, so minus everything fine. No, I would say everything likes like every weekend. If the X is not selling yet, let us go to 30 minutes here. No, it's lifting up even more, so we need to be very careful. Bitcoin collateral futures lifted up. It seems it's declining right now, indicating they're shorting more than longing, but we need to be also here very careful at the moment. The question is if maybe the open interest is indicating that if they close their shorts, I'm not sure. Yeah. So as you see, if TX lifting up, aggregated spot declining. If we check Binance, I would say Binance is, yeah. Let me check. Maybe just refresh the site. No, it's not. Who is selling then? Spot. Oh, that's interesting. The aggregated spot was looking here completely different. Oh no. Okay. Oh, that's Coinbase. Oh, they are still lifting up in CBD, indicating they're buying more than selling. It's a trend indicator. It's not, but it looks like they are not done yet. So go down maybe to 21 or a little bit lower, even to 20,800 or something, and then go up again. So, however, be very careful. Yeah, a big pump, 22,600 before another nuke. At least that's a pattern that they are playing since a while. It wouldn't surprise me if that's going to happen, and that's why I said in my analysis today, I'm going just to short at 22, 300, 400, whatever, with a tiny stop loss just in case of they really want to push up. And I mean, if that's the case, I'm not going to long it. I will just wait a little bit and to see, even if they have a correction afterwards, just to short them. But we will see. In my opinion, I did very bad experience longing this market at the moment because you can use low leverage, high volume, or high leverage, low volume. And Jesus, high leverage, low volume can wreck you very quick, and low leverage and high volume, it takes days before you can see a good gain. So um, that's why I prefer then to stay away and to enjoy my weekend. So be very careful. Love you all and have a nice weekend. Bye bye, guys.